Hey guys, and welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls Kita Edition! I'm Dave Klein, and we're gonna peace out of Izalith for right now because I am scared pantsless. Actually, that's not why. So I'm gonna head out of Izalith because I'd like to have a skull lantern so I can actually access the secret areas in Izalith, so that way I think you need to be able to access those in order to get an item that you need to talk to Goth. So, we'll come back to Izalith later. It will happen, don't worry. And everything, like Manus and Calamine and all that will go down. I kind of think of them as like the hardest enemies in the game, so maybe it does make sense for those to be sort of more of a finale, but I don't know. Maybe I'll come back there later. This episode, maybe I'll come back there after Izalith. But for now, I'm going to head into the catacombs, head into the Tomb of Giants. So that is my mission, and do some ninja flips along the way. Well, just like that. What's up, Frompt? Peace out, Frompt. Actually, you know what? Let's see if he has anything new to say to us.
I am pleased to see you well.
I don't want to see your face.
Urgent?
Let me figure out how to block it with a leaf. So, something someone was telling me, or that I heard that was kind of interesting, is just this idea of Frompt being able to... it might have been actually Terramantis pointing it out, but the fact that you feed him so much, like feed him Titanite chunks and different things, and feed items, and that's actually pretty interesting when you think about the fact that if you look at the covetous gold serpent ring, and also silver ring, which we'll get in this playthrough, it says that according to the covetous gold serpent ring, the serpent is an imperfect dragon and symbol of the undead. Its habit of devouring prey, even larger than itself, has led to an association with gluttony. So just that serpents are associated with gluttony and Frompt will eat anything is also kind of an interesting tidbit, I think. So these guys are going to be easy as hell now, unlike last time. I mean, first episode. I haven't been to the catacombs since the first episode. That's kind of fun when you think about it. To these guys over here. What's up, guys? Ooh, I was early on that. I was early again. Ooh, okay. Enough of this. Enough of this madness. No more. That was bad parrying. I'm ashamed. I have shame. I believe the binoculars are further over here, and I'm going to go ahead and try and get those so we can zoom in and look at things. I kind of wish I got them earlier, because the binoculars are so awesome. That's how you make lore videos, is with binoculars. That's how it's done. Boys and girls, who didn't already realize how that's definitely what it is. Oops. Also, something I realized later on is turning off the HUD, as I've mentioned before. Yeah, that helps a lot too. Ha! Oh, damn it! Oh, man. Well, that was just sad. Haha. See you guys in a moment. I kind of just got cocky there. And of course, Dark Souls is like, you're not allowed to be cocky, because anytime that happens, you start to feel cocky, we'll just straight up kill you. I don't know why, but my habit indicates I need to get those souls. Even if it means I'm gonna miss both skeletons. Alright, let's do this correctly this time and deal with these skeletons smartly. So, yeah, not that... Actually, I killed all of them in one hit. How sad is that I died? Haha. Whoops. Alright, let's get these binoculars. Ah! Ah! Yes. Yes. Oh, and they slotted right into where I wanted them. How perfect is that? That I guess I used whatever item was in the second slot. And now we can look at the beautiful scenery with our binoculars. The fact that over there, that looks like, I believe that's Blighttown. It is Blighttown. I don't just believe it is Blighttown. And that's the giant arc tree that you go down. So there's the top of the arc tree right there that you climb down to get into Ash Lake. And yeah, none of these areas down below there are anything, I don't believe. But one of the great things about Dark Souls is just the fact that they actually did that. And that it is so connected. And I've been asked if I like Demon Souls or Dark Souls more, and I prefer Dark Souls, and that's part of why. I just love the fact that everything's connected. I think it's more of a it makes it more of an exciting world for me to explore. And while for some people that doesn't matter, and some people really prefer the areas in Demon Souls, I gotta say, I really think it makes it far cooler, in my opinion, to explore. I think I have a Firekeeper soul, so I probably should have, while I had the chance, gone and used that, but oh well. Who cares? I'm gonna go ahead and save it, and I will be... Oh, I can't save it. I forgot I didn't take care of this guy. So we will take care of this guy real quick. Sorry, I got distracted for a moment. Take care of that necromancer, and then we can actually use this bonfire. It didn't really matter last time because I was actually trying to homeward bone out when I finished, but now it makes sense to take him out. So we can take care of these skeletons and actually kill them. Of course, if I was using a based weapon, it wouldn't matter, but I'm not. Alright. Somehow, I didn't realize I wasn't two-handing it, and this has become a much more difficult struggle than it ever should have been. Alright guys, I'll be right back in just a moment. Hey guys, I'm back. Sorry about that. So, anyways, one of the interesting things about this room is something that I feel like a lot of people don't notice, and I didn't notice my first playthrough, is that the room is filled with these bugs, like maggot-like creatures just crawling up from the ground and onto the ceiling and into other cracks. And also, they're crawling along the ground over in the area that you sit. So right here, if I rest at this bonfire, I'm sitting right next to a giant swarm of maggots and bugs crawling along the ground. I think that this is the only room in the entire catacombs that's like this. So it's actually kind of cool that they pay that much attention to kind of a minor side room, really. Something I didn't have time to talk about before is that all of these statues, if you look at them, they all have either the Mask of the Father or the Mask of the Mother on them. The Mask of the Mothers also have a Mask of the Child over on the stomach area, but here's the Mask of the Father. And it would seem that they would represent Pinwheel and the Necromancers. And I think I made it pretty clear in my... I should probably just run, honestly, because these guys are going to just revive. But I think I made it pretty clear in my Dark Soul... Shit. Come on, let's backstab. There we go. Just wanted to take care of him in one blow. Even though it might screw me over. That's alright. Yeah, so as I kind of talked about my Dark Souls lore video, I don't really agree with the Vadi Vidya theory, or just the theory in general about the Necromancer and Necromancers being shit. I meant to use an Estus flask there. Whoops. Let's just keep going and get the next bonfire, and then we'll talk more. The next bonfire. Go sidle through this secret passage. Thanks, Spikes. You actually helped me out. Oh, I'm not going to be allowed to because of this damn skeleton. Anyways, I don't agree with Vadi Vidya's opinion on the Necromancers. I don't think... See, I can't rest at this bonfire. Damn you, skeletons. Damn you. I guess it doesn't matter too much. So, this is the one with the Mask of the Mother and the Child. The Mask of the Mother looks like it was actually torn off at this one. You might be able to see a little bit of it, but they all have those stomachs of the Mask of the Child on them. Every single one of those ones. So, I think if I draw these guys far enough out, I can use that thing. And because I killed Pinwheel, Patches is gonna have moved on. I feel like I keep on not saying what I want to say, but I don't agree with Vadi Vidya's opinion about Pinwheel. That he was this family sewn together that is trying desperately to work out a solution. It's like this love family story where the father somehow like lost his mother and child and bears the responsibility, and a lot of it just seems completely made up to me. And it's a cool story, but there's really nothing to back it up at all. So I don't put much faith in those theories that have nothing to back them up, and that's really why I don't particularly like that theory. Hold on a second. Looks like I need to reconnect my controller. Well, good thing that happened then. My battery was low and died at an opportune moment. So, yeah, anyways, I just don't... Oh, somehow this ended up being flipped. Cool, I don't know how that got flipped the way I wanted it to be, but I'm okay with that. So, I really think the theory that I presented, and you guys are welcome to think whatever you want, but the theory I presented about Pinwheel being associated with occult is much more likely, and that's really just based off of what I said in the video, which is that there's actually evidence that points towards it when you really dig and look, whereas there's no evidence towards Vadi's theory. So, there just isn't to me. I mean, it's a cool theory, it's a cool story, but there's just no evidence. So I'm going over here so I can get the Dark Moon Seance Ring. That's really what this is over here. I want to get this Dark Moon Seance Ring. Whoops. Crap. Well, this is not going well at all. I'll be right back. So, one thing people talk about are in association with these statues is why do the statues have, or why are they all there? And that's another reason people kind of think that family theory is applicable. Is like, oh wow, what if the mother died giving birth to the child, and that's why the spikes come out. Again, it's a cool theory, it really is, I just find it very unlikely. So, I mean, props for a cool theory, but I just don't find it likely. I think, to me, it's more of the child is described as sort of a trickster, and the trickery of children in their youth, so that's kind of what I think of it as. It's more just based off of an actual description, you know? Children are tricksters, and they're supposed to be tricky, and they're youthful and fun, and they have a lot of energy, so... that's why I think the spikes come out of the child. That's my opinion on that. The other thing is why the statues are built there, and I think that they're built there because I think that the necromancers, if you look at the actual area where Pinwheel is, it seems like the necromancers are guarding Pinwheel, or not Pinwheel, where Nito is. It seems like all the necromancers that are similar to Pinwheel are guarding Nito. That's what it looks like they're doing to me, so I think that they were actually guarding Nito. Oh, apparently I didn't kill the right necromancer for these ones. It's been a while since I've actually killed these guys, because usually I just drop down and don't even think about them. But I was kind of thinking about it just now, and let's go ahead and get Vamos, the blacksmith. Let's get that fool. But I think these, so anyways, I think these statues were probably built because they were probably revered and thought of as this super positive thing. We're gonna have to do it this way because I'm already so high. Yeah, so this will open that door, this right here, and this is where another one of those several necromancers are. And yet there's yet another one that I haven't killed upstairs, so I don't know what this skeleton is associated with. Let's go ahead and unlock that door. Anyways, let's go down, 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 down. I think you can actually just fall. I don't think you have to actually go for a jump, or maybe a roll will get me there. Oh yeah, it is just a fall. I never do the Vamos thing. You asshole! Have a slice of pie. Whoa, fuck. Yep, so you just walk off the ledge. I kind of forgot that that's what it was, but all you have to do is walk off the ledge and then it will be set. Hopefully these guys won't revive. I'm kind of worried about that now, actually. And, like, if they're going to try to kill Vamos. Let's find that. Oh, well, that guy's obviously dead if he's going to drop something. Vamos cutscene, here we come. No, I'm just dropping down into your house. What's happening? Don't mind me. So the first time I dropped down here, I honestly thought it was a boss.
Be gone with you. You'll spoil my focus.
Another nice touch from them. But it's such a weird voiceover. It really feels like, of all the voiceovers in this game, like, I guess they were trying to make it sound skeletal in some way, but it really ends up just coming and sounding like they messed up the recording somehow.
Why? You have an ember, do you?
Yeah, it just sounds very much like they messed it up.
I don't deal. What has gone wrong with embers these days?
What has gone wrong with embers these days?
I'm here to smith, not to...
I think...
I've told you, I'm here for...
I feel like if you talk to him enough, there's one interesting
Enough with
thing
your
he says.
presence. You just...
But... whatever.
Well, what was that about? Don't
Just
be
came to
coming
bother
around
you, you know. That's all. So... yeah, anyways, the statues I assume have been built to honor whoever was there. And I don't think, like, some creature that betrayed Nito would have been honored. I just don't. So I think that they're honoring all the other necromancers who seem to be guarding Nito. I mean, I really think that Pinwheel's an exception to all the other ones. So that's my thoughts on the subject. But we'll be back for Bone Wheel time. Hooray, we're back down. We're actually in an area that, now that I thought about it, I'm glad we're coming here, because last time I didn't have a chance to go over to Nito's chamber and show off the Gravelord Covenant, so this is a good chance to do that. So that is what we're going to do. How creepy is that the first time you see it? Seriously. That Titanite demon just hanging out in the back there. So I don't think I have any Eyes of Death. Otherwise I could just slide in. Oh, I do have one. Well, what do you know? So, you don't actually need those Eyes of Death behind that Titanite demon. As long as you have one Eye of Death, you should be able to get pulled off here from this coffin. But really cool cutscene, I think. Something that's not talked about too often, because I think it's fairly obvious, but if you get dragged away in the coffin, Nito doesn't attack you, doesn't care, you can join the Gravelord Covenant, keep on spreading death. Okay, so here we go. All you just needed was one Eye of Death. Creepiest shit ever, if this was real life. You know, I'm just hanging out in a coffin and... oh, wait. Crap. What? It's moving. There's a skeleton face. Smiling. So, yeah, Nito doesn't attack anyone. He just has you join his covenant. You can't even attack him if you get dragged in this way. And then when you go to kill him, he automatically attacks you once you enter his area. So there's twofold things happening here. One is that if you lay down this way, clearly it's probably some sort of sign that you're coming in peace, in a sense, because you are getting dragged into his chamber through his invitation. And laying in a coffin sort of indicates death to him, so it makes a lot of sense for him and his character. Whereas after you got in the Lord Vessel and you go through the fog, it's very clear that what's the point of having the Lord Vessel and that fog that's up? Now that's lifted, the entire point of it being lifted is for you to go kill him. So it's clear that you're coming there to kill him. So he's really just acting in self-defense when he comes to kill you. I think I'm still on the path of the dragon, I am. Which I'd prefer to stay in, but just because I think it's cool. But, let's go ahead and pray to the sarcophagus Gravelord. And enter his covenant, so we can get the Gravelord sword. And the Miracle Gravelord sword dance, so we can take a look at those two. And I could offer an Eye of Death, but it's not gonna do anything. So, trust me, I've tried shooting arrows at him, it doesn't do anything. Just trust me on that one. But if you don't trust me, I'll make you trust me. Here we go. See? You cannot hurt Nito. Just in case you didn't trust me. So, let's go ahead and look at those items that I got there. Gravelord sword. Sword wielded only by servants of Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead, crafted from the bones of the fallen. The miasma of death exudes from the sword, a veritable toxin to any living being. So that's actually pretty intense, pretty crazy there. And if you do the R2 attack... Oh, I guess I can't even two-hand this weapon. Yeah, haha. I can't even two-hand this sucker. Yeah, so never mind, I take it back. I can't show you, but you can actually see gas coming off of it when you do the R2 attack, when you're two-handing it, which is pretty cool. Which I cannot show off, but that's that miasma of death and poison and disease coming off of it, which is pretty sick. And let's also look at this miracle, which, actually interesting that's a miracle. Miracle known only by the servants of the first dead, Gravelord Nito. Giant Gravelord swords jut out in vicinity. Nito sleeps deep within the giant catacombs, quietly overseeing all death and waiting for his servants to usher in the eyes of death. So Nito is all about spreading death. So for Nito, and this is something I talked about in my Nito lore video, the fact that he's all about spreading death actually indicates that it would be in his best interest to extend the Age of Fire. Because without fire, there's no life, but there's also no death. And Nito is all about death. That's all he wants. So it's in his best interest. He really wants to push this Age of Fire. And I think he's still working with Gwyn. The other interesting thing here is that along with Gwyn, Nito's miracles, or Nito's, I should say, sorceries, are also associated with faith. They're not intelligence, they're faith-based, indicating kind of this godliness of him, and once again sort of connecting him with Gwyn. And in a way you can kind of think of Gwyn as being a lot like Zeus, lord over the living, and Nito as being sort of like Hades, a lord over the dead. And yes, I realize Nito is more the light when it comes to Lord Souls. He has the light Lord Soul, whereas let's get this large soul of a nameless soldier. Let's knock you guys off. Actually, you're not going to be. We'll hurt you guys when you get to the top, and then bust down on the Black Knight. So anyways, yes, I realize that he's a Lord of Light. See those damn lights in his eyes. Alright. You die. Sort of. You die. Sort of. Alright, let's crack down on this dude. Hey, what's up, buddy? That did not work! I thought I was blocking it. Then I was gonna repair it. This has not been a good playthrough for me. I've been dying way too much for the catacombs. I'm just gonna quick cut it. We're gonna do the shortcut. I like how level nothing, I was crushing this and like just blazing through, and now this time I'm like, hey, I can't do anything. Let's go ahead and get this item set. Yeah. Yeah. The holy robe, holy everything. So let's go ahead and take a look at it. The holy robe. Robe donned by men of the cloth. Though plain to the eye, its hardy fabric repels rain and keeps the body warm. Those dissatisfied with church teachings must test their faith by going on a spiritual journey, such as the ritual self-purification of the Way of White. So this kind of indicates a little bit more about the Way of the White and the backstory of them, which we're going to find even more of with Rhea. And somehow I missed that mace when I was picking everything up. Good thing I just noticed that. Not that it matters that much. Iron hammer with a protrusive pommel, standard weapon for clerics. This simple bladeless strike weapon is effective against most foes and can break the guard of a shield. However, one miss leaves one wide open. So good for shield breaks on that one. That would be the indicator of what that does. Damn you, Bone Wheels. I'm out of here. Peace. Peace out, Bone Wheels. We're done with you. Be gone. As soon as I drop down into this giant coffin, I'm safe. So here we go. We can look a little bit at what Pinwheel is doing here. All these books scattered everywhere really leaves some sort of story for you to think about. What was he studying and what was he trying to do? Also, all these bones up there scattered about, and he has the rite of kindling. So, what is it? Is it what... And then there's also these jagged swords right there that you can see, which some people have said it's the Gravelord sword. It isn't the Gravelord sword. I've compared the two, some sort of butcher's sword with jagged edges. I don't really know what sword it is, but that's stuck everywhere. But to me, if you think about the rite of kindling, it has bones in it. Like the whole, like, not bones, but it allows you to extend... kindle bonfires, right? And bonfires are the bones of the undead. So I wonder if he has all these bones strung about. They're probably not undead. They could be, but maybe it's dead and he's stealing bones from Nito and death. And maybe he's trying to figure out a way to kindle bonfires with not the undead, but just normal people. To me, that would make sense. That would kind of be an idea's possible one. I actually didn't put that in my lore view. I kind of just pieced that together just now, but a little bit. Some of it is John's ideas, some of it is on my own, but and from what you guys have said in the comments, but that kind of makes sense to me. Like, maybe that's what he's doing. Now, if you disagree with me and think that Vadi is 100% correct or has such a cool theory, you really want to believe it, cool. Man, I'm playing like shit today. And we are back in the Tomb of Giants, an area where I really should have dodged correctly. Ha! Alright, here we go. Just want to bring him into a little bit more light. I think it takes 2 hits. Okay, well, maybe that's when I actually level up. So, couple hits. Anyways, let's keep on following these lights. Down, down, down. Down. This doesn't look right. I guess it is right. So, there it is. Alright. I was just being all crazy like. You just gotta keep following the lights. Dodge out of that. Dodge out of that. And we're good. So, now we can go ahead and get that bonfire. That bonfire. Oh, whoops. I'm not ready for you, Patches. We'll come back. We shall come back to you after we get this bonfire. We have lit our bonfire. Oh, seriously? Get out of here, man. What are you doing? Trying to mess with me and lighting my bonfire? Alright. Now we are ready. Ah, cool awesomeness to me. The coolest part about the Tomb of Giants is really the fact that you can see out into both Izalith and Ash Lake. So here you get, and also again that connectivity. So there you have Izalith, and that's sort of that giant kind of kiln looking thing, but where Izalith is actually located is inside of that. It's encircled by that ball, so it's really interesting that that's what it is. And Terramantis has speculated that's a giant kiln that it's inside of, which kind of makes sense for the fact that it's a fire. But then there's the demon's runes around it, so really good stuff. Tomb of the Giants, not a lot other than just creepy as hell your first time through, trying to figure out what to do. We're gonna go to the right here and go ahead and try and get that ember, because why not? Why not do it? So, I mean, it's not like it matters if I die, right? Am I right? Alright. So, one thing you can do is jump across and then throw an alluring skull to allure them. I don't know if I have any alluring skulls. I can still jump across. Yeah, I don't think I have any alluring skulls. I think I wasted all of them. Yep. I can still try to jump, though. So, let's see where this jump is at. That can at least get you closer if you jump over here. And then it's just, kind of like, alright, fuck it. Let's do it. Large Divine Ember. Ha! Get out of my way, bitches! Whoa, shit, I thought that was the way up, but I was wrong. Here it is. Usually they use a fire to indicate where it is. Holy shit. Haha! That's what you bitches get. Got that Large Divine Ember just fine. Interesting to me that the Large Divine Ember's here. Really interesting, actually. So, Large Divine Ember. Ember required for weapon ascension, large divine ember of secret church rites, intended for select divine blacksmiths. Again, so probably because the way of the white comes down here, that could be why the divine ember is there. Our large divine ember has to do with the way of the white always coming on their missions here. And I actually think that the way of the white were supposed to help Nito. It's kind of the thing is they're on their way to get the kindling, right? And the kindling has been stolen from Nito. So in a sense, they're sort of helping Nito out by collecting the kindling from whoever stole it from him. And we don't know what they're going to do with it. We just know that they're trying to get it back. And there may be something back there with Allfather Lloyd working together with Nito. And I think Gwyn and Nito are still working together. I think that would make a lot of sense for those two kids to be working together. Makes sense to me. It's amazing I was able to survive that fall when you really think about it. That seems like a drastic ass drop and fall. So let's keep on traveling up, and up we go. I think Rhea's still gonna be where she normally is, over by where Patches drops you off, even though I haven't done anything, I haven't talked to Petrus at all. I think she probably still ends up there. Could be wrong, but I guess this is where we're gonna find out. Oops, a little bit late. 1, 2, buckle my shoe. You die, man. You need to die. Okay, you've been stunned. Get out of here. Get out. Alright. Let's go ahead and get that item. At least I think this is how you wrap around to get it. Yeah, you gotta fall over there. And we'll also go ahead and get the one up here. So this is the way out if you need to leave the Tomb of Giants. Took me a while to figure out my first time, because first time I went to the Tomb of Giants was right after being Pinwheel, which I did at the beginning. And, haha, yeah, I was not supposed to be here, and I managed to weave myself down to the bottom of it, only to basically be totally effed for a little bit. For a little bit. So here's this item. Damn it. We'll get it. We'll get it, I swear. I swear to you, it shall be ours. Okay, let's do it right. That was sort of strange. 3 more Eyes of Death. Interesting thing, if you're trying to get Eyes of Death from basilisks, hold off for a second, because I know you can get at least, you can get at least 6. I think you can get at least 9, actually. 7, I don't know. You can get a lot, but at least 6 in a single playthrough. So if you're trying to level up in the Gravelord Covenant, look around to get as many Eyes of Death before you start grinding through and trying to farm for them from basilisks, which you'd probably go into the deaths to do if that is what you want to do. The way back this way is not too fun. I like that you just literally have a giant arrow sticking out of you whenever you get hit by this thing. It's sort of funny to me. Let's drop down onto this, on my bonfire. And reset everybody. And talk to our favorite man in the world. Best guy, Patches. What a good guy. So Patches was actually first seen in Armored Core. One of the Armored Core games is Patch the Good Luck. And this is something Miyazaki confirmed in a radio interview for Game No Shokutaku.
Good day. You look reasonably
I think
sane.
I am.
What are you doing in the catacombs? Are you a cleric or something?
I don't. Do I look like one? Hell no, I'm not.
No? Really?
Nope.
Then I'd have no qualms telling you. There's a fine stash of treasure right down that
No
hole.
way.
I found it first, but, well, we're friends now. So I'll split it with
Oh.
you. In any case, have a look. It'll shimmer you blind.
Wow. What a good guy. Yeah, this is gonna be awesome. We're gonna split some treasure. That's pretty sweet. Thanks, Patches. You're a swell dude. Oh man, I can see it all over there. Well, I don't know if I want to jump down to get it, so... Oh, Thanks, Patches. Thanks. Help me out, buddy. I was trying to get down there. Thank you, man. What a good guy. He helped me get over my fear and get this skull lantern. The skull lantern. So now we can go back to Izalith whenever we want and utilize that. 0.5. Am I gonna fat roll? Oh, sweet. I can still normal roll. That was a scary moment. Scary, scary moment. I like that the walls also glow when you do this. I appreciate that. Oh, cool. Okay, so Rhea's gonna be here.
You're no hollow, are you?
I don't think so.
Thank goodness. Please be careful. There are 2 fierce hollows not far from here.
You don't say.
They were once brave knights, my former escorts. Who would let such strong spirits be hollowed?
I bet
souls?
Petrus would probably let them be hollowed
Is there
soul.
Nothing at all to be done.
Well, I could kill you too, but I won't. Alright, let's deal with these guys, actually. They're actually gonna probably be pretty difficult at my level. Actually. I think they could pose a challenge. So, I'm gonna have to be smart about this. Oh, whoops. Haha, whoops. Damn. If I can take out one of them, that'll help. But they actually are kind of a huge pain in the ass, if you ask me. Which you totally were, right? Totally were asking me. Oh, shit. I'm gonna get hit again. Yep. I like trying to parry them, but... Whoops. I was gonna say, but it's kind of hard in this area. There we go. There we go. Alright. Let's heal up and deal with these bitches. Anyways, it's hard because there's 2 of them. That's what I meant to say. Huh. Alright. Before you can heal up, you asshole. Let's deal with you. Alright, cool. Ah! He hurts so bad. Let's heal up, and alright, here we go. Now we're good. Ooh, I was early on that. Good one, bro. You got me. Ha! Gotcha. 2-on-1. That is called unfair. Let me shine a light over your grave, bitch. With my jack-o'-lantern. Next, I'm gonna use your skull, asshole. What's up, Rhea? I did it!
You banished those 2 hollows.
Yeah, I'm pretty
did you?
badass.
It pains me to think of the trouble my failings have caused. I am certain that both Vince and Nico are grateful
Yeah,
to you.
I think they're grateful to me
Thank
too
you
that I killed
so
them.
very much. Here.
That's a good way to think
These belong
about
to
it.
them. You deserve them more than I.
Replenishment. Okay, I'll take it.
I am certain that
I am certain they're grateful to me too for killing them. You're absolutely right. Let's go ahead and look at replenishment. So Rhea was on a mission to find the right of kindling. That was her goal, which I've got, but we don't need to tell her that. We don't need to mention anything, right, guys? Right. She doesn't need to know. You know, just keep on the down low that I got this right of kindling right here. So let's look at her replenishment miracle. Common miracle amongst cleric knights, gradual HP restoration. Beware of the cleric knight blessed by replenishment, for he shall not fall easily. Actually, these knights, one of them uses replenishment, I do believe. So let's keep on going. Let's get this item now. Deal with the bone pillars now. Or will we? I think we shall. The white titanite chunk. If you want some of that divine weaponry, know what I'm saying? Gotta get them chunks. Gotta get them chunks. Alright. Let's do a pierce attack. 250. Oh, I think there's one more, isn't there? Yeah, here he is. What's up, buddy? Is that gonna hit you in one? Oh, God, no, it's not. And there's another one. Let's get away. Get the fuck away from too many of them. And we're good. And we're good. We're good. We're really good. We're doing so good. Alright. Now we're taking care of bone pillars. Really, you should be safe to go now. You should be safe. Other than the 4 bone pillars that are about to pop up, I think you're good. Alright. Come at me, bros. Again, just such a creepy aesthetic. That's kind of... I do actually like this area for that sake. It's got a lot of cool aesthetic stuff like that. I wanted to die anyways. This is a quicker way to get back to my bonfire and go talk to Patches. Let's have a little chat to Patches and let him know we found our treasure that we were all looking for. The Skull Lantern treasure. Which, if I had the luck for it, I could have also gotten it from one of those necromancers I was killing. That's one of their drops, but didn't get it. Alright, let's not walk off the edge. And also, I'm wondering if you can actually get that shortcut. Because it's right over here somewhere. I'm curious if the wall will open if you just hit it from the backside, or you have to be coming from underneath. Seems like you might have to be coming from underneath. I've always wondered that, and it seemed like a good time to test it out. So, oh well, not that we need that area open anyways. What's up, Patches?
Oh, you...
Hey, what's up, man?
Well, let's just calm down. Talk about things.
Okay.
I did you wrong, but I didn't...
You did me
mean
wrong,
it.
you were helping me out.
Temptations.
Well, we all have sexual temptations, Patches.
Overcome me. You know what I mean,
Well,
don't you?
yeah, okay, I get it, I guess.
Forgive me.
That's what we're
You and
talking
me,
about,
we're
sex,
jolly
right?
undead outcasts, aren't we?
Yeah.
Oh, brilliant.
You really do
A
want to
second
forgive him
chance.
just for the sake of that he'll end up
Wonderful.
selling the
I had
rest
a
of the
feeling
all
you'd
Pinwheel's
understand.
masks.
I did.
And the
But,
child mask is super useful
were in
along with
your
the father
shoes.
mask. I don't know too many people use the mother mask, but the father
what I'd have
mask,
done.
great stuff.
But now we're friends again. Eh?
So Patch, great recurring character. Patches, because Patch the Good Luck in Armored Core. Then he was in Demon Souls, not Dark Souls. So reoccurring left and right. So let's go ahead and take out. I don't. Wait a second. Is this where that area was? I don't think so, but maybe. I just had to test. I had to do it. I had to do it. I was curious. All right. I hate these guys. I think of all the enemies in the games, these guys are the ones that drive me the most crazy. For that reason. Let's just get through this shit. I don't need to deal with you. We're going to Nito. Peace out. Actually, maybe let's go get the silver ring first. The silver coveted serpent ring. That's what we're gonna do. I almost just fell off there. That was a close call. Hup! Got it. Got it. Cool. So that bone that I fell by, that's kind of an indicator of where it is. So let's see where I'm gonna fall eventually. I think I want to fall to the right here. Oh fuck! Are you kidding me? Holy shit! Holy shit! I got it. Wow! That was a surprise. Holy crap! I did not know they were following me. I figured they would have died if anyone tried to jump down there. Oh, man. But we got it. We got the Silver Coveted Serpent Ring, so now I can really raise up on levels. So, Silver Coveted Serpent Ring, for those of you who haven't gotten it, what this does... The silver ring engraved with the serpent rewards its wearer with additional souls for each kill. So if you're really trying to get level ups, this is an awesome ring to have. If you're willing to take the risk at the beginning of the game and you beat Pinwheel and you want to go to Pinwheel first, you can go into this part of the catacombs and just basically do what I just did just now to get the silver coveted serpent ring, and you can really utilize that sucker for the entire game. So this area is actually, if I remember correctly, not too hard to just like the catacombs to just kind of like fall everywhere. Like, you kind of just want to keep going left. And yeah, I think this is going to be the bonfire, or it's going to be, yeah, here we go. Bonfire. And we made it. So now we can warp back to the Tomb of the Giants, or not. Or not. Just kidding. Because we got this asshole to deal with. Let's deal with him. Apparently the way to do it is to circle around and hit his ass. I've actually never known that, because usually I've faced them head on for whatever reason. Alright, now I should be able to use my bonfire. Correct? 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 Come on now. Come on. You know you want to let me use the bonfire. Okay, this guy doesn't want me to. Fuck you, man. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh! Okay, we gotta get this rest this time. There we go. Alright. Got it. Now we can go back up and get the effigy shield, which is really, really big lore item, so let's do some effigy shielding. I believe it's the next one up, the next tier. Yeah, I think it's over this way. Or this way, rather. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's one further down. Oh, here it is. Here we go. Effigy shield. And actually, there's gonna be a, yeah, Black Knight over here. Early. Really early. That is just what you get for being a dick. Wow, that's actually pretty hard doing it zoomed in like that. Well, we'll throw him off a cliff and get a white Titanite chunk for our troubles. But no weapon. That's alright. We can do all that to kill him. And here we have the effigy shield, which I will take a look at back at the bonfire, just because I think that arrow guy's gonna keep on shooting at us. Wait a second. Can I drop down to the bonfire from here? I don't think so. I think that would have been death. I'm pretty sure. Alright. Let's go ahead and run back over. Here we go. Alright, effigy shield. Effigy shield. I'm excited for this one. So some people miss that. So that's where the effigy shield is if you are curious. But let's go ahead and take a look at it. So if we were to look at the effigy shield, which is actually going to be above the grass crest shield. Frightful occult shield. Defends against divine weapons and lightning. So here's some lightning damage if you guys are looking for the lightning defense. Some lightning defense for you guys. In an ill-fated plot to destroy the very gods, the followers of the occult once attempted to steal the power of Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead. So we haven't had any mentions really of the occult outside the painted world. And again, that's kind of it for the occult, but here we get another mention of it. Another thing about this occult storyline, that it was a plot to destroy the gods, that they tried to steal the power of Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead. And interesting thing here is that the followers of the occult once attempted to steal the power of Gravelord Nito, the first of the dead. What is the power of Gravelord Nito? Well, I'm glad you asked, because the power of Gravelord Nito just happens to be the Rite of Kindling. Kindling was a sacred rite passed down among clerics, but all undead can imitate the process in the same manner that they restored their hallowing with humanity. How peculiar that humans have found little use for humanity until they turned undead. But this is, we know Pinwheel stole, if you look at his mask descriptions, we know that he stole Nito's sacred treasure, which was the Rite of Kindling. So that is what the occult were trying to get, was the Rite of Kindling, which really connects Pinwheel with the occult. If anybody, that's who it really seems like Pinwheel is connected with. And again, let's go ahead and look at that mask description, which I sadly cannot wear. If only it was the Mask of the Father, then maybe I could wear it. Mask of the Mother, the least helpful one. One of the three masks of the Pinwheel, the Necromancer who stole the power of the Gravelord. The Gravelord is Nito and reigns over the catacombs. So again, Pinwheel stole the power of the Gravelord, according to that description. And according to our effigy shield, the followers of the cult attempted to steal the power of Gravelord Nito. It doesn't say if they failed or didn't or succeeded. It just said they attempted to. And it says the plot to destroy the very gods was ill-fated, but part of what they did was they attempted to steal the power of Gravelord Nito, which is the Rite of Kindling. So, anyways, that's that whole connection there. And let us keep on going further. And actually, you know what I'm gonna do? Let's use some humanity. Let's become a human, just for the sake of trying to summon Paladin Leroy, which is also another interesting thing to talk about. So Paladin Leroy, and this is kind of with the idea of Nito and the way of White working together. Paladin Leroy will help you defeat Pinwheel, who has stolen the right of killing, which again is Nito's power. But once the Golden Fog Gate is lifted, and only if the Golden Fog Gate is lifted, which is very much indicating that you're attempting to go kill Nito, that's the only time the Gold Fog Gate lifts, is if you're on your way to kill Nito, Paladin Leroy will get summoned to fight you. And it is essentially, he is guarding Nito. That's what he's doing over here. And you also find his remains over by Nito, which is pretty interesting. Which is maybe for failing, that's why, I'm not sure. But again, he will only be summoned if the Gold Fog Gate is lifted. I've tested it out myself. Paladin Leroy does not invade you unless this Gold Fog Gate is lifted. So again, very much indicating he's only summoned if you're clearly going off to try to kill Nito. Other thing with Leroy, make sure you kill him without kicking him off the ledge. I made that mistake in one of my playthroughs when I was trying to get all the weapons. And this was on New Game Plus when I made that mistake. And I didn't get any of these drops. You don't actually get any of this stuff, any of these items, unless you grant in Sanctus, unless you kill him on land. So please make sure you don't kick him off and make the mistake that I made. So let's take a look over here at, actually I think this is the coolest part of all of the Tomb of Giants, is seeing Ash Lake. Because you guys know how much I love Ash Lake. I've talked in detail about Ash Lake and how much I love it. Best area of the game, but again, just showing how far down Ash Lake really is. Like, here we are, we went all the way down the catacombs, we're all the way down even further at the bottom of the Tomb of Giants, and we're still not at the base of Ash Lake. These are the tops of arch trees, and they're going all the way down there, but it looks to me like that's sand down at the bottom, as opposed to the lake area. Actually, you know what? That looks like it's moving, or is that... Is it moving, or is that just the fog? Ash Lake was completely still, so Ash Lake wouldn't be moving either. This looks more like the sandy banks of the gray crags and all that such when we saw in the intro of the game. So that's really what that looks like to me. Tomb of the Giants also an interesting area in the sake of who were the giants. And then we've got Dark Souls 2 now with when the giants cross the sea. So the giants seem to possibly be the lords and the gods. That's what it probably was. So maybe this tomb is where a lot of them died in fighting the dragons, as it is so close to Ash Lake. Mayhaps. And mayhaps they left from this area and kind of climbed up to the top, on top of the arch trees, which it seems like all of Lordran is located. Sort of Mount Olympus-esque, really, when you think about it. Another Greek mythology tie-in. There's a lot of Hindu tie-ins, too. But I think there's like a mix of Greek mythology ones as well. It's kind of funny that this bone wield is like, I will let you pass. Oh, whoops. That was no good. Come at me, now that I got room. Yeah. See what happens when I've got room? Jerk. Take you down. Kick your bones around. Take you down, kick your bones around. So this area is something I never noticed until I was doing lore stuff. I never noticed until I was making various lore videos. Is if you look at these skeletons, I would always just run through them, but they're all prostrated, and it looks like they're all bowing down towards where Nito is. So, kind of again indicating Nito, Lord of the Dead. But again, they're bowing down where Nito is, and there's all these pinwheel necromancers then guarding him beyond where these bones are all bowing down and prostrated. So it really seems like these guys are guarding Nito, not trying to keep him in or anything or on the side. Like, they're guarding him. I really think that. So again, just an indicator that Pinwheel himself was an exception to these guys. That is what I would think. Pinwheel was the exception. And I know one speculation that I threw out, and actually a speculation from this painting, is that the open tomb next to Pinwheel was whoever's highest ranked necromancer may have slept, which would have been Pinwheel, so Pinwheel got close to him. Close enough to him to then steal the power of the occult from him. I mean, not the power of the occult, the right of killing from him. And these ones also a lot easier than Pinwheel, so not as powerful as he is, as they can't seem to create multiple copies of themselves. Whoops. Oh, crap. Where'd those baby skeletons come from? I didn't step in that, I did not step down at all. And again, here you have more skeletons prostrated in this area right next to Nito's barricaded off tomb over there. So then look at all these guys. They're all prostrated again, looking at Pinwheel. So just another thing to me that makes it seem like Pinwheel was indeedio, a traitor, and these necromancers are guarding. But don't take my word for it. Come to your own conclusions, and tell me what you guys think. These skeletons are actually pretty awesome for the sake of they give you humanity. These guys are also really good humanity drops right there. Let's go ahead and take out the last Pinwheel. Necromancer, whatevs. This time I'm not gonna drop early. Let's go ahead and wait. See, that's why I didn't want to drop. Whatever. Terrible. Terrible. I'll run around a circle and get to him. Oh, wait. No, this guy's blocking my way. Okay, first we'll deal with this one. And god damn it. Okay. Don't have much Estus left for Nito, really. I like these skeletons just running up to you. It's kind of funny. It's almost like they're like, Daddy, Daddy. They're trying to just give you a hug. You know, baby skeletons, all they want to do is hug you. I think my sweep attack gets them. Well, maybe not. Anyways, these guys, great for humanity drops. So, another humanity-bearing thing over here. Ooh, Mask of the Child. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, even though I don't think I can equip it. But still, that's pretty awesome. Don't have to buy that one. I would like the Mask of the Father, because that way I could equip heavier things, even at this level. See, that one would be useful for me. Oop. So again, look how much humanity these guys are dropping. This actually might be just the place for me to farm. So I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm going to just keep farming these guys, and I will come back after doing some farming of baby skeletons. So a couple interesting theories I've been thinking about with this humanity is, I've talked about in my Nito videos that it looks like Nito's just caked in humanity, and he has an aura of humanity. This is sort of something MS Painting brought to my attention, and I do think it's really cool, but it's also possible that it's not totally true, because the developers initially, I read in an interview, wanted to code him in fire, and they couldn't get the effect right, so they did something different. But the fact that there is all these humanity-bearing baby skeletons here actually makes it seem like, regardless of if that's true or not, he does seem to be collecting a lot of humanity. Which is interesting in terms of like what's he trying to do with it, that humanity. And the fact that these baby skeletons are what has it is that maybe what helps him reanimate the dead and create new skeletons. Maybe these skeletons actually grow and, you know, become adult skeletons from this point. I don't know, but anyways, the interesting thing really to me is that these skeletons are one of the main drops and sources of humanity in the game, indicating that Nito does seem to be collecting a lot of humanity here, so, or at least have a large source of it. Alright, so this is going a little bit slower than I thought it would, so what I'm going to do is collect the rest of the items in this area, and then I'm going to leave and come back and fight Nito real quick. So, just because I want to get some Estus. I could be popping humanity, but I'd rather use Estus, so I don't have to collect even more humanity. So, that's what I'm going to do. Here you find the White Titanite slab. This is the one in the normal game before the DLC and everything. This is the one to find. Is it right there? And if we want to actually leave, we gotta go up this path over here. Well, it's been fun, prostrated, bent over skeletons, but I think I shall go. And I will quick cut it for you guys watching. Get out of my way, necromancers. Get out of my way. Crap, crap, crap. Whew. Alright, anyways. Let's go through this boss fog. And safe on this side. Alright. That bottom, those rugs almost look like bacon to me at first. They really did. Alright, hello Nito. It's time that I bust into your home, because I'm gonna take you out. And you're not gonna know anything, and you're not gonna be able to do anything about it. How about that? So I believe the skeletons in this area actually keep on coming back to life in the Nito boss fight, unless you have a divine weapon to use. I think. I could be wrong here, but I think that the best way to beat Nito is to just not run around to the point where they come to life to attack you. So there you go. There's that cloak of humanity, that white stuff that's circling around. And then when he comes to me, you'll see it even further. Let's go ahead and equip some humanita, just in case. I don't want to shoot. Where is it? Okay, that was not a good start, me. Well, they don't have eyes like they would come back to life. I'll say that much. This is really bothering me, though, that I just had that start like that. Yeah, they came back to life. I should really just switch weapons. Even though Nito does take care of them for you a lot of the time, but it still annoys me to have something like that in the mix. Alright. Wow, he even parried me. That made this Nito fight a lot harder than I was expecting. I think that it's not even worth it, honestly, at this point. So, I think it'd be better just to come back with a divine weapon. Hello, Andre.
Oh, my. What a brilliant ember you have there.
I got it just for
I've
you.
heard legends of such specimens. The embers used for the secret rites of divine blacksmiths. Perhaps you could lend it to me. I've long dreamed of forging divine weapons.
Well, you know what they say, Andre. Dreams are for chumps.
I see. 'Tis a pity. I can't expect you to give up what's yours.
Damn straight. Damn straight you can't. Alright, seriously though. Even if you press no by accident, this is one of the choices where you can re-give it to him.
Splendid. Splendid.
Look, I'd keep it, but I don't know how to blacksmith, so you got lucky there, Andre.
Never disappoints.
You got lucky
I
this
assure
time.
you.
Alright, let's go ahead and reinforce. Let's do the scimitar, because that I should be able to use. Let's see. Yeah, param 713. Yeah, let's do scimitar. So we gotta raise this up to +5 first. And I popped some a hero soul just to get enough souls just to do all this stuff. I should have enough shards easily for anything I could possibly need. So let's do some divine reinforcement. Divine scimitar. Hell yeah. Alright, then let's keep on working it. Where's that divine scimitar? Yeah, look, I mean, I have 80 green titanite shards because of when I was dealing with those slugs and farming them before. So that's where the slugs come in handy if you're doing some divine reinforcements. And also the fact that I got tons of titanite shards out of it by feeding it to Fromp. So let's go ahead and add some divine damage to this. Might as well pump this baby up. No reason not to. And I also gave him the large one, so now I can pump this up even further, and now it's going to switch over to white titanite chunks. But that's why it comes in handy that hey, I happen to grab that large divine ember just now in the Tomb of Giants, so might as well use it. Let's use it to our advantage and keep on pumping up this scimitar even further, so we got another badass weapon to use with some divine damage. Alright. Oh man, if I had one more white titanite chunk, then I'd be able to use my white titanite slab I just grabbed and make this a divine scimitar plus 10. Tis a shame. So unfortunately, the dexterity scaling, it was at B and it went down to add that intelligence scaling that you can see there. Which I guess I should have showed off, but that's what Divine's going to do, is add that intelligence scaling and add magic damage. But takes off the dexterity, which was nice for the scimitar since I was a dex build. But regardless, being my low level, I can actually use this weapon, which is why I wanted to do this. And it still does have some dex scaling. So let's go ahead and equip that. And I think it's still pretty light, so let's see. The Great Size 5 on the weight, and the scimitar should be just fine for me to wield. Let's see, where's my divine scimitar? I think I passed it. Yeah, there it is. I passed it just because I was looking for something else. Yeah, that is super light. And actually, I could even equip a helmet with this one if I really want to. So, alright, I think that was a nice little side trip. We also got 20 Estus flasks out of it. So, right back to the Tomb of Giants now that I've got the bonfire selected anyways. And let's get right back to Nito. Side trip, but it was worth it. And again, I still haven't leveled up, so I'm still sticking to the level 6 thing, but I just wanted to take out those skeletons because they were driving me crazy. So, hey, take out the skeletons and Nito's not even a thing. And then this is going to start us off in the area of the Tomb of Giants that's really close to Nito anyways. So let's go ahead and deal with Nito, and that will wrap up this Let's Play. And I'm going to fall off. Oh, actually, crap, I was wrong. For some reason, I thought it warped you to the further along bonfire, but I guess not. Wrong bonfire. Whatever. Easy enough to just run over to the other one anyways. Piss off a bunch of skeleton dogs while we're at it. That's kind of what I imagine those to be, is like giant skeleton dogs. Remnants of the past. A past we all want to forget. Because I don't want to know what those used to look like. But hey, maybe in Dark Souls 2 we will find out. That thing I don't want to know. God, I can't wait for Dark Souls 2. So soon! It's so soon. Let's keep on running down. And guys, I'm going to go ahead and fast track this. So I'll see you guys in just a moment. You don't need to watch me just running around. Alright, and we are back at Nito, this time with some Estus to use. And also some divine weaponry to take care of these assholes. Come on, skeletons. Let's do this thing. Fuck. Thought I'd hurt them for a little bit more, but I guess not. At least. Alright, let's do this thing, skeletons. Damn it, Nito. Too soon, bro. Too soon, man. You're just a jerk. Alright. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more on this guy. There we go. And let's take out this giant wielding one, and those should be good because I took them out with a divine scimitar. Let's quickly try to get to the great sight, and here we go. All right, now we got a real fight against Nito. None of your cheats, none of your bullcrap, Nito. Ah, I was early on that. All right, come on, Neats. Let's do this thing. There we go. 1, 2, 3. We got this. Get away from that attack. Yeah, so Nito isn't at all difficult so long as you get rid of his henchmen. Although this might hurt me for quite a bit. I don't think I got far enough away. Oh, what do you know? I did. Good on me. Oh. That was that attack. Whoops. And Nito, stop using your charge attacks against me. This fight's never gonna end if you keep doing this crap. Alright. Normal swing attack. There we go. It's interesting to me, if you look at Nito's leg there, it reminds me a lot of those skeleton dog things. Like his actual legs. Which is pretty crazy, so... It's funny that he's not made up of just human bones, it would seem, unless that's some sort of giant bone. But if you look at it, it's angled more like a four-legged animal because of where that joint is in the back. So, pretty cool stuff there with, I don't know, just paying attention to Nito's actual design. The fact that his legs are so different. Yeah, it does seem like a totally different creature, even though his torso and all that would seem to be composed of human-esque skeletons. Nope! Oh, I thought I was gonna hit him and I was out. Knock you out with a big attack. And that does it, Nito. Made you my bitch. Seriously though, gotta feel kind of bad because you broke into his house. Yeah, that took me a whole lot more tries than I thought it would. It was really just those skeletons were causing me a whole lot more hell than I thought they would. As you can see, I actually ended up deciding to kindle my bonfire, do that, and then be like, you know what, I'll come back to Nito, I want to kindle my bonfire first. So now that I got a bunch of souls, what I'm going to do real quick is, let's just go ahead and keep on doing what we were doing and buying out Big Hat Logan of all of his spells, since it's something to do with the souls, and at least it'll cause some more events. So I'm going to go ahead and warp real quick like, to the Duke's Archives, just so we can go buy some stuff from Big Hat. And then that'll wrap up this Let's Play. Might have gone a little bit longer than I wanted it to. I'm not sure what the length was, because I was honestly dying a lot more than I thought I would. But anyways, it happens. It's Dark Souls. It's going to happen. So let's go ahead and do this thing with Big Hat. I don't really feel the need to rest here, because I'm going to just try and buy these things real quick and wrap this thing up. What's up, Big Hat? How you doing, man? Let's purchase some items from you. What's the next most expensive item you've got? It's a couple 20,000 ones. So, oh, actually the 40,000 one. Ha! Almost missed that. Whoops. Alright, cool. So it looks like we bought Logan out of his 40,000 soul spear. His 40,000 soul spear. So we're getting closer to making Logan go crazy. Because that's just what we like doing here. That is what we like doing. So, I'm going to go ahead and warp to Firelink to wrap this up. And next episode, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and farm some, either I'm going to go to Izalith, or I'm going to go to, and just farm some humanity, and then go to Izalith, or I'm going to go do more Painted World. So, let me know what you guys want to see in the comments, and I guess I'll go ahead and do whatever you guys want to see. But I'm thinking it might be best to do Izalith first, just for the sake of kind of like Painted World's the big finale, because those are the hardest bosses in the game. But if you guys want to see Painted World next, let me know. Some more Painted World stuff. Painted World, I keep on saying Painted World. What I mean every time I've been saying that is the DLC in Ulasil. So if you guys want to see more DLC in Ulasil next, please let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, I'll probably end up doing Izalith next, just for the sake of continuing and finishing the main quest, and then coming back to the harder stuff with Manus and Calamite. So, anyways, that's the plan for next time. Thank you guys so much for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. Hell yeah! And by the hell yeah, I meant later, guys. Thanks for joining me. Peace.